Organizers seem to change Lee County, Florida to Bruce Lee County. I am completely behind this, but I am also convinced Bruce Lee never set a single foot in Florida in his life. But I would be completely okay with this. New change.org petition, which how many people have signed. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to throw this in the chat. I fully support this, and I want it to be a thing. I'll read through the petition after the article, don't. Seeking to rebrand Lee County in Florida to Bruce Lee County. In an effort to eradicate racism in both Florida and across the country, a local arts organization is calling for a rebrand instead of a complete name change to minimize the costs, while still changing the narrative behind the county's name. In a petition, a group of artists said that they chose Bruce Lee to replace Confederate General Robert E. Lee, the county's namesake, because of his impact as a leading actor, martial artist, and pop culture icon of his time. Lee County was originally named in 1887 at the behest of prominent Fort Myers citizen, Confederate Captain Francis Hendry. Hendry was a fan of the controversial general. Time was transformed into a pillar of the South, despite being responsible for hundreds of thousands of deaths during the war. At one point, Robert Lee's family, hundreds of people. Yep. And the only reason he sided with the Confederacy was because he was from Virginia. In fact, when he died, he donated all his entire plantation to the United States government, and now it's what we know today as Arlington National Cemetery. This is true. You can look this up. I have been there. They have his mansion on site as a museum to the man who, despite working for the Confederacy, was still one of the best generals of his day worldwide. Dude's a fucking military legend, regardless of siding with the Confederacy. But Bruce Lee County, I wouldn't be opposed, because at least it's not something completely ridiculous, because Bruce Lee was cool. One of Southwest Florida's most prominent counties, Lee County is named for Civil War Confederate General Robert E. Lee. It's time to stop idolizing these Confederate soldiers. Ending racism involves removal of racist figures, statues, and idols from across the South. No, it doesn't. Sorry. We propose this petition to rebrand Lee County, Florida, in an effort to continue the battle to eradicate racism in the United States. One of the biggest issues about changing the name of the county is the high costs involved with. But what if the county cost would be very minimum, and most of it would just be changing the narrative? That's why we propose to rebrand the county to Bruce Lee County. Lee is considered by commenters, critics, media, and other martial artists to be the most influential martial artist of all time and a pop culture icon of the 20th century, who bridged the gap between East and West. Credited with helping change the way Asians were presented in American films, he was born in both the hour and year of the dragon, which according to the tradition, strong and fortuitous omen. We're not trying to change our past. We are trying to improve our future. What better way than to use an inspiring, positive, influential figure for our names? All right, let's see how many people bitching about Republicans are going to be in these comments, because I'm sure there's going to be a few. Because it's Reddit. I'm into it. But issue the rare, chaotic, good Florida man sighting. You have no clue. I sign. Support this. I'm not reading that comment because I'm not saying the N-word on film. Chinese person, I wouldn't mind. And now, are you Chinese American? living in Florida, or are you, I don't know, Chinese? I'm fairly certain China is straight up banned, or has banned Reddit, so I doubt you're posting this actually in China.